For what purposes, gentleman from Wisconsin seek recognition?
Move to strike the last word.
Gentleman's recognized for 5 minutes.
First of all, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to just say that I appreciate the passion and the concern that I hear from my colleagues regarding this nation's poor and the need to make sure that this nation's poor is taken care of. I believe we have an opportunity society that ought to have a safety net. And we do have a safety net, and we have an effective safety net, as we just heard from my colleague, Mr. McGovern. However, this has been painted in the wrong terms today. It's always painted in terms of $16 billion. It's not $16 billion. It's $16 billion over a decade, which is $1.6 billion a year. So let's make sure that 1.65. Thank you. But let's be clear. At the height of the recession in 2009, unemployment in this country was 10%. At the height of the recession in this country, when unemployment was 10%, SNAP spent $53,633 million. This year, it's up $22 billion, an increase of $7.7 billion. I'm sorry, an increase of $22 billion. Even if we rolled SNAP back all $16 billion in one lump sum, we would spend more than we spent at the height of the recession. This cut, alleged cut, it's not really a cut, it's a decrease in the rate of growth. If we did this last year, it would have decreased the rate of growth from 10.8% to 8.5%. All in a time where the president's traipsing around the country telling the American people that unemployment under his watch from 2009 has gone from 10% to 8.2%, and that 4.9 million Americans are back to work. If, in fact, those statements are true by the President of the United States, if, in fact, those numbers are correct, no reason to doubt that they are, then, in fact, we ought to be looking at adjusting SNAP because more and more Americans are working. Unemployment's gone down in this country. We ought to be adjusting it. Otherwise, we will be in a place where it's never, ever enough. And I want poor people to have food. I want children to eat well. And I believe my colleagues on this side of the aisle all want that, just like I believe my colleagues on the other side of the aisle want it. But we must shape this debate honestly. We have to look at this honestly and correctly. SNAP is going up every year. The rate of growth is going down. And that's a recognition of an improving economy, not one that's going the other direction. Mr. Chairman, I yield back.